What is going on, everybody? It is Foreign, and welcome back to 2vTuesdays with Geraldus.
That's me.
That is you.
I sound like Kermit.
A little bit. Not so much today. So our topic for today, and I would like to thank Color Edits for giving me this topic for us to talk about today. We're going to be talking about MLG Dallas.
I don't know shit about MLG Dallas.
That's a lie. I mean, you still have an idea of what is going on.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I tuned in for a few of the games, but I've been really busy working on some stuff. So I just kind of had them on in the background, so I wasn't really paying much attention. I know Optic got knocked out by some fucking team I've never heard of.
Yes, they did. I don't remember who they actually got knocked out by. I will look at the bracket right now. It looks like they got knocked out by... Oh, Complexity. That's actually a fairly well-known team.
Oh, yeah. They lost to somebody before that, though, didn't they? I don't know.
Yeah, they did. They did. They lost to Unite, which is actually a fairly new team as far as I know.
Yeah.
So I didn't follow MLG too much 2 years ago, which is actually when the last season was. So it's weird to see all of these new teams. Like, I knew about a few teams just because of when Black Ops 2 first came out and they invited everybody to go and compete in Europe.
Yeah.
And EGL, I remember that was another thing where more people were competing. But other than that, like, a lot of these teams, like, I had no idea who they were. But yeah, so anyways, the people that went to Dallas, they were basically competing, obviously, to win, and they were competing to make it into the top 8, because the top 8 then goes to the COD Championships.
Which is a big deal.
Yeah, it's the $1 million tournament. $1 million shared pool, so the top team I think wins like $400,000, which obviously is a lot of money.
That's $100,000 a player.
Yeah. Yes, it is. So anyway, so the 8 teams that made it from Dallas are VVV Gaming, Farico Impact, Optic Gaming, Unite, Envious, Elgato Soar, Quantic Gaming, and Complexity.
See, I don't know who Quantic is, VVV, or Unite. I don't know who are they.
As far as I know, Unite is like kind of a newer team. I don't remember who they're comprised of. All I know is that only one of the players is actually eligible for COD Championships.
So they're not going to be playing then?
No, he'll have to find 3 pickup players.
I'll do it.
But the thing is, like, you know, he's going to have to find 3 brand new players and practice with them over the next month in order to attempt to win, you know?
Yeah, that sucks for the 3 dudes who can't play.
It does, but, I mean, it's part of the rules. I mean, they all knew the rules going into it.
It's 17 and up, right?
Yeah, it's 17 and up, which they made that exception because MLG allows 17, but actually MLG allows pretty much any age.
No,
because
they
there was
made
a
that
14-year-old.
exception. They made that exception so Scumpy could play.
Maybe.
No, that's why they made that exception.
I wouldn't doubt that had a lot to do with the decision. But then some of the other teams, Farico was absolutely on fire. I don't think that they lost a single map the entire time. At Dallas.
For all of Dallas, they didn't lose a single map?
I don't think they did. And they actually won it all.
Well, obviously, if they didn't lose a single map, they must have won.
Oh, duh. Anyways, they were absolutely on fire. This was a team that came out of nowhere. I think it was EGL 8 or something like that, the last one that Optic competed in. Farico worked them. And I had no idea who they were, but they're strong players, and yeah, they put on a good show.
I saw some scrims a while back. I think it must have been, it was either Optic or Thrust, and they were playing against Farico in some scrims. So that's the only really place I know of Farico from. But I obviously I've heard their name before, unlike some of the other teams that fucking qualified for championships.
Yeah, well, that's only the main teams that actually qualified. There are 8 teams that qualified through leagues. So basically, they were the top scoringest teams that didn't cheat. And those teams are Rage, TVA, Vintage, Phoenix, Curse, Quantic again, and Complexity again, and Awe Sports.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting. So that means that 2 teams qualified for through both leagues and Dallas, so it'll be interesting to see if that means that 2 other teams will then get a chance, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder how they're going to sort that out, because are they going to pull up 2 teams from Dallas or 2 teams from leagues?
Who knows? Who knows?
I think they'd probably pull them up from Dallas because why not? I'd rather see teams that people have heard of than people who qualify through leagues.
Definitely. Anyways, that's all we have time for. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Be sure to go check out part 2. We're going to talk a little bit more about League and Dallas and competitive sports, and we'll see you over there.